DevOps is not a tool. It is not a software. It is not at all a programming language that you can learn. It is absolutely nothing like that. Hey everyone, we are back with another video, and in this video we are going to talk about DevOps. We will understand what DevOps is and whether it is a right choice for you. Before getting to know what it is, let's first understand that what DevOps is not. Then, what is DevOps? Well, DevOps is more like a philosophy or a mindset about how you take your product, your app, your website to the end users. Let's look closer to understand why do we need it and what are the problems that DevOps is trying to solve. Right from the start, software development comprises of two departments. Development team that develops the plan, designs and builds the system from scratch, and the operations team for testing whatever is developed. The operations team then shares the feedback on the bugs that needs fixing. During this while, the development team would be idle, awaiting the feedback from the operations team. This undoubtedly extended timelines and delayed the software development cycle. Now, what if these two departments come together and work in collaboration with each other? This is DevOps approach. DevOps symbol resembles the infinity sign, suggesting that it is a continuous process of improving efficiency and constant activity. This approach makes organizations adapt faster to updates and development changes. The teams can now deliver quickly and the deployment processes are much more convenient and smooth. The DevOps culture is implemented in several phases with the help of several tools. The first phase is planning, where the development team plans keeping in mind the application objectives that needs to be delivered to the customer. Once the plan is made, coding begins. The development team works on the same code and different versions of the code are stored in some repository with the help of tool like Git. This process is called version control. The code is then made executable with the tools like Maven, Gradle, NPM in the build stage. After the code is successfully built, it is then tested for any bugs or errors. The most popular tool for automation is Selenium. Once the code passes through several manual and automated tests, we can say that it is ready for deployment. And it is sent to the operations team. The operation team now deploys the code to the working environment. The most prominent tools used to automate this phase are Docker, Kubernetes. After the deployment, the product is continuously monitored. The feedback received after this phase is sent to the planning phase. Jenkins is the tool that sends the code for building and testing. If the code passes the test, it is sent for deployment. This is referred to as continuous integration process, where code changes from the code repository gets continuously tested, and if you want to deploy those changes after it's tested, built and packaged, that is a part of continuous deployment process, where code changes get deployed continuously on the deployment server. There could be some additional steps in this pipeline, like sending notifications about pipeline state or any failed deployment. This flow represents the core of CI/CD pipeline, which happens to be the heart of DevOps. There are many tech giants that have opted for DevOps, like Amazon, Facebook, Netflix, Microsoft, Yahoo, Adobe. Today, more and more companies lean towards automation to reduce their delivery time and the gaps between the development and the operations team. To attain all of this, there is just one gateway: DevOps. The benefits of DevOps include faster and easier releases, team efficiency, increased security, high quality products, and consequently happier teams and customers. Adopting DevOps first requires a commitment to evaluating and possibly changing or removing any teams, tools, processes your organizations currently follows. It means building the necessary infrastructure to give the teams autonomy to build, deploy, manage their products without having to rely too heavily on the external teams. The 3 ground rules to adopt DevOps are: develop a DevOps culture, where team embraces new ways to work that involves greater collaboration and communication. It will be an alignment of people, processes, tools towards more unified customer focus. Multi-layered teams take accountability of entire life cycle of a product. Encourage continuous learning. Organizations that do DevOps are places where experimentation and some amount of risk-taking are encouraged, where thinking outside the box is the norm, and the failure understand to be a natural part of learning and improving. Agile and DevOps result in high efficiency and reliability when used together. With these 3 rules, anyone can adopt DevOps. Well, we have come to an end of this session, but I promise to come back with something relevant and interesting to talk about. Subscribe our channel and keep following us for latest tech updates.